Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to day 14 of the Film Yourself Everyday Challenge. Today, I want to talk about staying present. Staying present is probably the hardest thing that I ever had to do, but also the most rewarding thing that I have ever done. Hear me out. For a long time in my life, I was living in the future. I was thinking about the future, I was setting goals about the future, I was anxious about the future, and I always thought that something in the future will make me happy. But once I achieved those goals that I set for myself, I never felt this happiness. Maybe felt happy for a couple of minutes, and then I again felt empty. So I just set myself a new goal. In recent times, I'm working a lot with my coach, and I'm trying to actually live in the present. You see, the present is the only moment we really have. Our past will never happen again, and our future might never come. Because again, we can be hit by a bus today or tomorrow. So what we really have is just the present moment. So why the fuck do we always live in the future? I think it's easy. I think it gives us an excuse to not take the responsibility for where we are today, to not take responsibility for our happiness and how to make us happy. If we always push our thinking into the future, then we can always say to ourselves, we are not happy today because we will be happy when we achieve something in the future, whatever we set ourselves to achieve. And that's a very bad way to live your life, because thinking about the future can only make you anxious. And also, if you're always pushing your goals into the future and your happiness into the future, at some point you will arrive to the end of your life, and then what? You will never achieve that happiness? No. We need to be happy in the moment. It took me a long time to get this realization. And how am I living more in the moment? So there are a couple of things that I do. First, I just try to ground myself as much as possible. Let's take a beach walk, for example. Before I would go for a beach walk and I would be only thinking about my business. Now I go to the beach walk and I still think about all the things that are going on, but I try to bring myself into the present moment, just with these simple exercises. I focus on the sand under my feet, or a breeze that is coming to my body, or the sound of the waves or the people, and constantly trying to get myself back into the moment. I also focus a lot on my breath, which is the second point. Both during that walks, but also through my day. So a lot of times I would just check in on myself. Hey, how is your breath feel? How does your body feel? And I would just breathe. If I feel some tension in my body, usually I feel it in the stomach, I would just breathe. To release the tension, right? And then third, I try to be more present in the conversations I have with people. So instead of thinking about what should I respond or what should I say next, I rather slow down and think about what they're saying and ask them questions and get more into that. And I realize that all my relationships, both with my friends and on my Tinder dates, are getting much better because of it. Because I'm really present on what they're saying. But funny enough, I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for myself. Because I'm living in Bali and I'm having a pretty great life. But for the first 3 months, I was just hustling and working all the time. So a lot of times I forgot how great my life is. I was not grateful enough. I didn't say to myself, wow, look at this sunset. I took everything for granted. Bali life at some point will cease to exist. Either I will move or I will die. Let's be honest. So I will not be whole life in Bali. And I don't understand why I don't appreciate it enough while I am still here. And I'm trying to. But it's still very hard. It's hard because we were preconditioned to always worry, to always have plans, to always have goals, to always strive and run towards something. But we were never taught how to just enjoy the moment. We were enjoying the moments when we were kids. Remember when, as a kid, you saw a stone and you played with it, or you saw that tree, or you ran around the bushes, and you were just enjoying the moment. Now, think about for a second about the pure happiness that you were feeling inside. Now take a moment again and think about when was the last time that you were feeling this happiness inside? For me, it was a long, long time ago. And I want to bring that back. I want to again be that small kid that enjoys life, that really takes the full life in and just is amazed by it, you know? And it's hard. I still get back to the future. I still worry. But I feel like in the last month, when I'm getting myself present, that I am becoming much more calm, much more structured, much more present with people, and it has really positive influences on all my aspects of life. And I still get excited, don't get me wrong. Talk to me about business and I'll get excited and I get like boom, 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 you know? But then now I recognize that situation. Oh, I'm getting too excited. I'm not calm enough. I'm not in the present moment. Again, I'm dreaming about the future. So I just pull myself back. I breathe and I pull myself back. And I already mentioned a couple of things that you can do during this video, but there are some other things that you can do. Meditation is one of them. Yoga Nidra, the biggest lie I have ever found. And if you don't want to do either because they take too much time, I urge you, just do 2 minutes of box breathing per day. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds stop, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds stop. Do it for 2 minutes and you will see how much your nervous system calms down and how much it grounds you back. Another great grounding exercise that I do usually under the shower, because the shower is a very multisensory experience, would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. I focus on 5 things that I can see, 4 things that I can feel, 3 things that I can hear, 2 things that I can smell, and 1 thing that I can taste. And that immediately brings you back to the present moment. And you can use that in various scenarios. Maybe you need to have a meeting with your boss and you know it's not going to go well. You do it before. You can also do it during. Maybe you have a big presentation and you're nervous. Just do it. Ground yourself, breathe, and your presentation will be much smoother. Maybe you need to have a bad talk with your wife. Again, just ground yourself before. Why would you go inside all of these hard situations already triggered, where you can come inside very grounded and very present and very peaceful? And 2 things will happen. First, you can still get angry, but it will take much longer to get to that level. And second, by your calmness and by your presence, also other people will start mirroring you and will become calmer and more present. So that's very important, ladies and gentlemen. I want to finish this video with a thought. Enjoy every moment you have, because at some point it's going to be your last. I love you guys. Let's fucking go.